So I don't think Cody's joining us for this game. And Jonesy's going to be a few minutes late.
Okay.
Hey,
Hello.
sorry about that. Grandma came by to drop some stuff off.
That's okay. And as I was telling them, I don't believe Cody is going to be joining us today.
Right.
So we will go ahead and proceed. You guys were talking about options on how to get to Grumschson's mountain.
Correct.
So did you guys make any decisions?
Did we agree that the boat was the fastest and best option, or?
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Did we make a determination about we wanted to use a boat or ride out?
We did say that you would ask and I would ask if we could borrow a boat, right?
Right. Were you gonna go ask your dad for that, or who were you planning to ask for that?
I mean, you said you would ask the clerics, but I would
Correct.
also have
Yes, I
asked
would
my
do that.
dad. I would also have asked my dad for it, like, if he can do
Yeah.
anything. Just in case one of us doesn't succeed, you know.
I'm sorry, Bram. I am having a hard time hearing you.
Is it better now?
A little bit.
Okay. How about now?
Much better.
Alright. I was just asking if we needed to have the water vehicle handling to be able to navigate the boat.
Well, it sort of depends. To use the boat from the temple, the answer would be yes.
Oh wait, we can also petition the city to give us like a boat or a crew since we work for them.
Yeah.
That just occurred to me.
Telwin, how wealthy is your dad?
Not sure, like somewhere in between. I'd say, I mean, he's an elf working for the Seekers of the Arcane for a while, so, and he's somewhere like in the middle or outer high. I don't know.
So while he can afford to get you a boat, he cannot afford to pay for a crew.
Okay.
city can provide for 2 crewmen.
So it's
Okay.
like a mixture of the church and the temple and my dad helping out, like the church, the temple maybe helping us with the crew or something, and the city, and my dad helping us with the boat.
Okay, now, before you commit to all this, okay. So between the city, the church, and Telwin's dead, you can get the boat and 4 crewmen. The captain that you guys are able to find says, it'll take about 24 hours to cross the lake, assuming the wind stays good. So the rental for all of it is going to be 500 gold pieces there. While we're actively sailing, if you want us to wait, we'll charge you 20 gold pieces per day to wait, and then 500 gold pieces back.
What's at the other end of the lake?
Well, you're headed for...
I know we're headed for Grumschson's mountain,
Yeah.
but
There's basically not a whole lot at the other end of the lake.
okay. And then are we coming out, you think, on the county of Ernst or the Shieldlands?
It'll be the Shieldlands where you exit the lake.
Awesome. Why are they known as the Shieldlands?
Roll a history check.
Sure.
Are we actually getting off of this road here or somewhere else entirely?
As close to his mountain as possible.
Nice.
Okay, 23. Okay. The Shieldlands are specifically known for knights and heavy cavalry. Has a very strong martial tradition, chivalry.
Cool. Cool.
They do have a lot of mounted patrols. There's castles and fortified settlements. The Knights of the Holy Shielding It's an order strongly associated with Pelor and a couple of others. However, they are generally in a constant state of warfare with some of the neighboring societies to the north and the west, especially the Horn Society bandits and some other hostile forces.
Interesting. And then near Deeve, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Is that a generally safe passage, or?
I forgot to get myself something to drink. I'll be right back.
Okay. Near. I'm not familiar with. Where are you talking about?
The lake that
The
we're
lake.
going across?
Oh. Near
On the map, it's called
Dive. Yeah. Dire
Near
Dive.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't. The name was jiving in my brain. There are some risks taking the lake.
Are there creatures in the lake, like monsters that we should be aware of?
Yes.
Don't tell him that.
Hey, let's go. I agree with the lake. We
Cooked.
shall go.
Well, there's dragon turtles.
I've never seen one.
Like those from World of Warcraft?
I'm not sure. I never played World of Warcraft, so.
Trying to find the picture of one that looks like a dragon.
So,
a bit.
dragon turtles are just enormous. There's actually supposedly a dragon turtle that actually has a small fishing village on its shell.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
The greatest threat there is, you're kind of like the ant getting run over if the turtle doesn't see you.
Do they swim on top of the water or like below it, like regular turtles?
A bit of both.
Okay.
There's also water elves, which may or may not be friendly depending on the state of war that they are potentially in. So yeah, there is risks going across the lake.
Okay. And then the elf sun god Corlon Larithian. I think I'm saying that right.
Yes.
Are he and Pelor like buddy, or do they like not like each other?
They're not buddy, but they're not enemies either.
Like if I said my sun god gave me a mission, would they be like, oh, okay, cool, that's pretty chill?
You'd be like, yeah, there would be a level of indifference.
Okay. As long as it's not animosity.
Yeah. So it's essentially 1,000 gold pieces for the boat.
Mm-hmm.
And then depending on however many days, let's say it's 5 days, that'll be another 100 gold pieces.
Wait, it's 1,000 gold pieces for the boat and the crew, or just for the boat?
For the boat and the crew.
I mean, we have platinum bars worth 8,000 gold pieces, so.
Well, yeah. How
we
much
can
is the
afford-
city been paying us every day? 250.
I think 50 gold per day. If I
Oh, maybe
Yes.
it's just 50.
correctly.
Okay. We could also use some of that money.
Yeah. I mean, it's 20 gold per day for rental. If they have to wait for us, probably they probably will wait for us. But so yeah, we can afford 20 gold per day. And since we spend the night, we can add 50 gold pieces to our inventory. I think, right? Yeah, how many days has it been since we've been told that and went back to the dungeon?
I'm sorry. It's been what?
How many days has it been since we've been told 50 gold pieces per day, and then we went
It's
back to
been
the
3
dungeon?
days.
So 150 gold pieces
Yes.
earned.
Yes.
Ooh, we could tell that to our character sheet.
Yes.
That's why I asked.
150.
Yeah. Every time you do a long rest, add 50 gold.
Okay.
150 times 4, because there's 4 of us, would be 600. So we'd only have to pay 400 out of pocket for the 1,000. If we just wipe out that 150 that we each got.
Oh, okay. I'm fine with that.
Hmm. Man, I wish there was a way to add that to like the long rest.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
When you click on the button for it to just automatically add 50 gold pieces.
So we're gonna take the 150 for the 4 of us, and then we're taking how much out of the party loot?
That was 600? No, 400. Okay. Ready for your day of travel?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Oh.
Let's see. 3, 6, 9, noon. 3. Okay. So you guys have been going almost all day. The water is getting dark as the sun approaches the horizon. Actually everybody roll perception checks. Okay. So Bram and Jonesy, You notice at 6 p.m. there's something wrong with the wake of the boat. It looks wrong. And then there's a very loud thump against the hull of the boat.
Where does this thump seem to be coming
Goes-
from? Like beneath us?
Yes.
Go to the end of the boat and peer over. Because he thinks it's a dragon turtle.
I will
Okay.
lasso you.
Everybody roll dex saves.
Okay.
There's mine 10 times harder. I'm not ready to dexters. Yep. Fuck.
Bram.
Man overboard.
Can I use, if I saved, can I use the 100 feet of silk, silk rope that we have, spider silk, to like lasso him back?
Well, fortunately, he has not fallen overboard, but he did get thrown to the deck of the boat. And he does take 4 points of bludgeoning damage. And one of the crewmen yell, "Boatcrusher!"
Oh,
Is that just a
Bolt?
dragon turtle?
No.
Did you say Boatcrusher? or-
like a kraken?
Let me see if I can find a picture of it.
I'll prepare my longbow. They say we're being attacked.
And let's see. Okay. Okay. Found it. I'm gonna paste the image of the Boatcrusher in Discord. There's Greyhawk. There you go.
Ooh. Looks so amazing.
Crusher.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
Shit looks sick.
Okay. Let's find out who it tries to grab first. 3. That's gonna be Jonesy.
Can I take a check my reactions? I just want to see if there's something I can do to avoid being grabbed.
Yeah, just trying to grab Josie. Can I try jumping on top of it?
Also, if
I'm
it's
gonna
making an
lasso you if you try that.
if it's making an attack roll against me, can I use my warding flare and give it disadvantage?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. So you now have disadvantage on attacking me.
Does a 17 hit Jonesy?
It does not.
Okay. Okay. So what's everybody doing after it tries to grab a hold of Jonesy? And it has rocked the boat pretty heavily.
Is there like something I can climb on to get out of its reach and get into, longbow range?
You can climb the mast.
Can I do that?
Yeah. Acrobatics or athletics check.
I'll go with athletics because I have advantage on it.
Okay.
So
What are the
22.
crew doing?
The crew are trying to keep the boat stable at the moment.
Okay.
And I'll crouch down. The mast is like a big bucket, right? If I remember correctly.
I'm sorry, a mast is what?
Is like a big bucket.
I think that's the crow's nest you're thinking of.
That's the
Yeah.
crow's nest. The
The
mast is like where the sail is and everything.
right. It's the largest vertical beam of wood that actually has sails lashed to it, and sometimes has netting on it as well.
Does it have the sails open?
Sails are indeed open.
Can I use the sails to hide from the creature?
Yes. Once you're at the very top of the mast, then yes.
It's a natural 20
Okay.
or 25.
Okay. And does somebody have a pet bird? All right.
Alright, at least. Bram, do you want to turn into a bird?
Can I turn into a bird? I can turn into a
Can't
bird.
fly. Can't fly yet.
But I cannot
Level
fly
8,
now.
right?
That's correct.
I'm hearing a bird coming across the speaker, so. Or something that sounds like a bird.
Can I try talking to it? Try to calm it down?
Well, it just dragged one of the crewmen off the boat.
I don't
And
think
it's
it
currently
has.
trying to drown that crewman.
Yeah.
My question to you is, have I seen a giant octopus through my travels?
It's not an octopus.
Would have seen an octopus
Roll a history
through
check.
my history. 11.
You've not seen a giant octopus, but you have seen octopi before.
I wasn't good. The
I would, while he's thinking about this, I would shout down at the crew. what do we do with this? Like, try to. What do we do? What do you need us to do?
We need to annoy it and make it go away.
Can I like try and
Is
shoot
fighting it an
with
option?
the eyes then with an arrow? That would probably really annoy it.
Yeah, you can try and fight it, but most people don't survive those fights.
Oh, okay.
Because I could potentially cast Sunbeam on it and just like
Blinded.
blind him, but also do 68 radiant damage.
Okay.
We need to decide quickly because it's trying to.
Yeah, he's
It
jamming
just-
our guy.
Overboard.
Yeah, it's making another grab for another crewman.
Yeah, I'll shoot a longbow and trying to hit his eyes.
Oh. Yeah. It actually gets a hold of that crewman and smashes it upon the deck. And then bites it in two.
Yeah.
Can I cast Druid Path? And then can I use a sensory effect? I can make the sound of any animal.
Okay.
Can I make the sound of the turtle dragon? And just like right beside its ear.
Have
To
you
scare it
heard
off.
before?
Nope.
Maybe try the sound of a dragon then. Like dragon's
Yeah.
roar, we've heard those.
Yeah, can I make a sound of a dragon's, like the lightning dragons I've seen at Greyhawk Castle?
Sure.
What do you want me to roll for that? It's a spell, so I guess it's instant.
Okay. So. Let's see. Okay. You're going to roll a deception check.
Yeah. 21.
That's a success.
That's a natural. It's a natural 20.
So yes, the Boatcrusher believes that a blue dragon is in fact trying to close on the creature.
Warn him off.
And it moves off and submerges.
Nice. I'll climb back down.
Okay.
Hold up. The dude that's chomped in half on the boat. Are both halves on the boat still? Or
Yes.
Okay, give me one sec. Can I use my Staff of Resurrection, Restoration, and Revivification on him?
I believe so.
In 1 minute.
Let's check it out.
I believe Revivify brings them back within 1 minute.
Yeah. Like, run! Before that 1 minute is up.
Isn't it turn
Okay.
only like seconds?
Yeah. 6 seconds.
Resurrection was one of the R's, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah, that would do it.
With all his limbs, correct?
Yes.
Okay. 1 sec.
And everybody can roll perception checks to see if the other sailor has.
Like, yeah, we try to find it in the water.
Yes.
23.
23.
Okay.
Wow, we're
Yes.
receptive.
You guys are able to rescue the other crewman.
Nice.
For this spell, I don't really have like the macro or whatever set up. Is there a way for me to just like?
You just tell me that you burned a charge.
Okay. Yes, I burned a charge then.
And you used resurrection.
Awesome. That's what I did.
Okay. All right. And the rest of your voyage is uneventful.
Phew.
Yeah, I remember
Can we get a discount from the guy that I saved?
Okay. So you have 2 days of travel left by foot. So your next day of travel.
Next day of travel at 50 gold pieces.
Okay. At noon, your first day out, and you're essentially here, halfway through the little corner of the Shieldlands, and a patrol runs across you guys.
Like, oh, that's a bit too big. I was like thinking maybe we can have like a party token if we're moving around. That's too big.
What we'll do for now. That little X is where you get caught. And
You got caught.
well, yeah, you are currently surrounded by 12 knights on horseback, all heavily armed, all wearing full plate, along with their horses. Who are you?
We're envoys of the Grand Temple of Pelor on our way to Grumschson's mountain.
Who is Grumschson?
A
He's
friend.
the dragon whisperer and a friend.
Never heard of him.
He is a demigod of or is he a god technically?
He's a demigod.
That was a creature.
Demigod, son of the deity of orcs and deity of halflings.
Additionally, we also have we have the approval of the free city of Greyhawk is a quest vital to the importance or the survival of it.
You did not ask permission to enter our lands.
We do apologize. It's kind of a very time-sensitive mission. We're trying to prevent Vecna from summoning Pelor, and we need Grumschson for that to help us with it.
Okay. Everybody roll perception check, or not perception, persuasion.
Sorry, guys.
Nice.
Edmund.
Or
Like
the one
someone
who's
took proficiency in preparation.
Josie, they do recognize your holy symbols.
Nice.
And they're like, we will grant you passage, but before you enter our territory again, you should ask permission.
Of course, good sir. And where would we ask for permission next time?
You'll notice along our borderlands, there are roads, and every 12 miles you will find a hostel. You will go to one of those hostels and ask for permission.
Well, I do apologize. We came by lake, so.
And we didn't know we had to ask
where we landed,
permission.
that there wasn't a hostel. We didn't know about that.
You're braver than we thought.
We were like attacked by a Boatcrusher, yes. Luckily we managed to drive it away and survive.
You are fortunate. So, you may pass. Alright.
Thank you.
So that gets you through there. He does warn you that you're going to be entering bandit lands.
Do we need to ask their permission as well?
You need might there.
Might, okay. I look at my party members. I think we can work with might, right?
The only thing they respect is strength. Alright. The rest of the day is uneventful, and you did another long rest.
Nice. I would also like when we take long rests, if we're in the nature, I would like to do some like gathering.
Sure.
Or any worthy ingredients or reagents or stuff.
Okay.
And feathers and wood for arrows and so on.
Okay. So for starters, you can roll a nature check.
Okay. Okay.
Let's see. Put you at +1. Okay. So roll a d4 +1.
It's a 2.
Okay. So you discover 2 ingredients that are like base materials for potions.
Nice.
One is a base material for healing potion, the other is a base material for transmutation potions.
Healing potion and the transmutation potion.
After the long rest, I'm gonna use one of my spell slots and summon Find Familiar. And I'm gonna summon back my rats and have him scout ahead for us as we're entering this
Have you
territory.
bought incense for it?
Sorry?
Have you bought incense for it?
So it's a class feature for me. I don't think it's actually a spell I have. So just give me one sec. Uh,
You mean like a
Mm.
wild shape familiar?
It's a wild companion. So you can summon natural spirit that assumes an animal for you to aid. As a magic action, you can expend one spell slot to cast Find Familiar without material components.
Nice.
So it's a class feature, and I use one of my spell slots besides my wild shape form. And I will cast Find Familiar, and then I'll summon my rat. And I will have him scout ahead for us in case we run into any bandits or anything.
Good idea.
Okay.
See,
So around noon the next day, as you're traveling and you realize you have crossed the border into the Bandit Lands and you're heading up the mountain, you see a dwarf sitting on a stump next to the road who seems to be carving something, and he's whistling while he's sitting there.
Does he see
Looks
us?
like he works.
okay. That's about it.
Is he whistling while he's working? I couldn't help the Disney whistle. Do we talk to him, guys?
Does he see us yet, or are we observing him and he doesn't know that we're here?
He doesn't seem to have noticed you yet.
We are in bandit territory, so I'd like to watch him a little bit and see if I can identify anything about him before we approach, try to pass him.
Yeah, he's just sitting there.
What is he wearing?
He is wearing mithril plate, a helmet. He's got a great axe, almost as big as he is, strapped to his back.
So he seems like a real deal of a fighter.
Can I, just for shits and giggles, can I make an intelligence check to see if there's anything illusory about him? You know, like, I think it's an intelligence trait check if it's an illusion or not. If there's anything.
Sure. Go ahead.
13.
Nope. Just seems like a dwarf carving on a piece of wood.
Also, before we approach, I'd like to check the area around him. Like, I guess, how close to the road is he?
About 5 feet off the edge of the road where a tree once stood.
Okay, and what's around him, like off the road?
So mostly it's he's sitting on the other side of a drainage ditch, and there are tree stumps kind of along the road every so often. And then behind him, you see a split rail wood fence off in the distance.
Okay. But none of these things are big enough to hide a person? Or
No.
so he's alone then?
I know how to speak to fish. Maybe we can talk to him. Maybe he'll feel friendlier if he hears a familiar language.
That is true.
Can I have my rat just scurry around the area, like maybe 5 meter radius, to see if there's any people around?
Sure. Have your either rat or yourself make a perception check if you're viewing through the rat.
I'm gonna view through the rat, but it's still my perception.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
20.
So about 30 foot off the road, or 10 yards away from the dwarf, there are several dead hobgoblins, most of which apparently have been cleaved in two.
Damn.
Does his armor look like from the knights from the Shieldlands, perhaps?
No. It's actually the knight's armor was good heavy plate, but it was like normal plate armor.
Okay.
The dwarf's armor definitely strikes you that it's likely magical, likely dwarven made, and the dwarf that made it probably was the best dwarf smith that has ever existed.
So he's a pretty important person then. I would share this, like, wow, look at his plate. That's like so intricately
Crazy
carved.
thoughts. Is this dude
Crafted.
like a god? And would I be able to tell that somehow as a priest?
You can roll a religion check.
I will happily do so. Because that's pretty fire. If he has the best armor ever made. Where's my
Well,
check?
at least that you've ever seen.
Okay. Oh, yeah. That's more reasonable. Oof.
Yeah, you're not sure. You suspect he might be, but yeah, you're not sure.
Okay. I think we should
We should
slowly
talk to him.
approach.
Respectfully, and I look like side-eye Bram respectfully. It's
I am always respectful.
It's like, well, jeez, I must be the prettiest thing you all ever see. You took your time watching me and spying me.
Well, no offense, but we are in bandit
look-
territory.
Yeah, and you look badass, so
Oh, well, thank you. It's the
What
beard,
is it?
you know, it sets off the whole outfit.
what's his beard look like?
Well, the beard, when he's standing, just misses dragging the ground.
Damn.
That's some nice beard you have. That
It's
I
braided,
like it.
and it has beads in it. A couple
What
of
was your name, stranger?
skull pieces that you're not entirely sure what kind of creature it came from. My name is Hammerstone.
Out of character, I find this name familiar from the Elixir Vale. Like, I think there was a Hammerstone or something, but I think I find the name familiar.
Well met, Hammerstone.
So,
But
how is the travel between here and Greyhawk?
Greyhawk. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're asking us what we're doing here?
No, I just want to know the condition of the travel.
well,
We never
Well,
said we were coming from Greyhawk.
Well, let's see. We have a cleric of Pelor. You guys got yourselves a wizard. What else? It's just the makeup of your group here would scream Greyhawk.
Now, why would it scream Greyhawk?
I look at Edmund. Wizard?
perhaps he means our friend Bram here. Although if he is a wizard, he's the dirtiest wizard I've ever met. He's actually a druid.
Ah, yes. That would explain the various bits of critter splattered on him.
Oh, I love them.
So, what you doing in the Bandit Lands?
We're going to meet Grumschson.
Ah, yes. Old friend of mine.
Really?
Yep.
And what are you doing in the Bandit Lands?
Oh, I heard that there's somewhere in these mountains there's a vein of platinum just waiting to be harvested. And diamonds the size of your head.
Interesting.
Just thought I'd do a bit of prospecting.
Good luck
Is
with
he wearing
that.
a backpack?
Not one that you see.
I mean, truthfully, we also don't wear backpacks. We have bags of holding. So,
Like, I mean, is a bag of holding like recognizable as a bag of holding, or
No, it just looks like an ordinary sack.
okay? Because I'm trying to figure out like if he's telling the truth, and if he is prospecting, then where his gear's at.
And we're going to pause it there for today.
okay.
Agreed.
All right, that was a cool session. Get the
I
fire
have a
giant.
question.
Yes.
What CR level is the Boatcrusher?
I think you'll have to wait until like level 18 or 20 to get that wild shape.
I mean, I can do swimming any level. I just can't do flying till 8. So
Maybe you can use a normal walrus shape until Boatcrusher. They look similar, but Boatcrusher looks more badass.
It is a CR9.
alrighty.
Is there a limit
One
for
day.
great wild shapes?
What do you mean? What's
Like
CR level?
Yeah.
So 20. I guess it'll be 20 divided by half, which is 10. I guess the highest I can go is 10. That would be the max CR level I can go.
CR6, I think it's Circle of the Moon. CR limits are CR6 at 18 to 20.
Oh yeah.
Hmm?
I'm not
Yeah,
sure. I haven't looked at it.
I just googled like what are the
Okay.
CR Druid Wild Shape CR limit levels. So
All right, guys. We will see you guys tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Mm,
Have a great day.
See ya.
easy.